And it is this
It is
Chronos
Chronos
Twin.
Twins DX.
Yeah.
We post the pastebin, the lovely pastebin that I made for last MT. But this is going to be an interesting piece of the game. Um, I have my little lore segment at the bottom if you want to know more about it, but this is made by a Spanish developer known as Enjoy Up Games SL. This was originally a DS game that was Europe exclusive. And funnily enough, it apparently started development on the Game Boy Advance, which you're going to see as this goes on. I don't know how this game would have possibly made it on the GBA. But it then got ported to DSiWare and the Wii Shop. The DSiWare version is actually exactly the same as the DS, and the WiiWare version. The reason why we're playing it, one, it looks better, and two, there's actually a long cutscene. There's two long cutscenes at the start of the game, and they're skippable in the WiiWare version, but not the DS. I'm talking like we would literally be sitting through like 7 minutes of cutscene. And sadly, my part at the very bottom of the pastebin about this would be the first time WiiWare has made an appearance in the Mystery Tournament is not true anymore. At the time this was submitted, it would have been. It just so happens that a lot of WiiWare games just completely suck, so they don't usually appear here. There's a lot of shovelware trash on it, just like the Wii in general. A lot of them also require motion controls, which usually kind of an automatic no, unless it's just somehow bearable, like Art of Balance was. A lot of them just like aren't raceable either. I didn't have any WiiWare games as a kid. The only WiiWare thing that I had was a free game because it was my Pokemon Ranch. And we're going to be starting now. This is going to be kind of a lengthy goal, so we got a lot of game ahead of us. But here we have cutscene. We're just going to skip through. There's a bunch of story about like aliens and whatever. This would literally be like 5 minutes on the DS version. This plus the one of the next cutscenes. The beginning of the game is kind of not anything, actually. You gotta know, it's like we don't even have a UI yet.
I believe you should get bonus points in MT for knowing the lore. It's important.
Yeah, you should, definitely. There's gonna be like a book quiz after every game now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you can see we're taking damage. It's like, it literally doesn't do anything so far, because we don't even have a UI. Here's our boss. I think their name is in the basement somewhere. I think I put it at the bottom. Led by being known as Twime, who seems indestructible, because they exist in 2 time periods simultaneously. And that's going to be the running theme with this game. You'll see. So I don't actually remember when this part ends. I remember it going on for what felt like far too long. Yeah, there we go. you're hurt, and we're gonna try and take you out of there. Because it exists in two different time periods at the same time. Into another cutscene that would be like 5 minutes long on the DS version. You see, here is our kind of main interface, and the game really starts right here. In that you can see we have both a past and a present time on the top and the bottom. And we are going to get the ability to actually swap between them. There will be two different obstacles on each side. And we're going to need to kind of puzzle our way around. It's very kind of light on the puzzling to make it past this. This is just the game showing you at the beginning different things can exist in each time period. You can see our life at the top left. I know we have a limited number of lives before we came over. This will reset you back to the last checkpoint with all stage progress kept. You have infinite continues, you get a small cutscene, have to press A. Restart you back to the start of the current zone. I believe the zone number... Yeah, the zone number is on the right as well. Yeah, they make you do this for a really long time, and I have no idea why. I'm still curious as to how this game would have even worked on the Game Boy Advance. It's like that was a common rumor back in the day about Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, that it was a game that was intended to be on the Game Boy Advance. See, also, time period collision is inclusive, so as long as there is collision in one time period, it is there for both. This game kind of introducing that they can have different collision as well. You're gonna get to dodge obstacles. As he Dragus makes it through zone 1 first. This is kind of a slow, methodical platformer. I don't even remember where I found this game. I want to say it was a Hardcore Gaming 101 article. The Palladian, is that... Pretty sure that's a game over. This is going to be a continue, yes. Palladian didn't press A, so... That's actually going to be kind of a big time loss here. This beginning segment goes on for quite a while. The later ones, the levels in this game are very long. There are definitely a lot of parts. This is not a game where you want to die. You kind of want to go slow in this game, just because dying is such a big deal.
Especially in this beginning section when you haven't wrapped your head around the concept of platforms existing on only one side of the screen. Palladian leapt to his death a lot, like 3 times in a row or something.
Yeah. Yeah, all I can say about the level design is that this is definitely a DS platformer. They're all like this. So I hope Dragus notices.
Sokoban
This game's Sokoban. This game's Sokoban. There's gonna be a lot of block pushing. Game's platforming is also quite tight. It definitely expects a lot out of you in some of the later parts. Yeah, this would be a really interesting game in stereoscopic 3D. Just need to make sure not be on this too low, because otherwise you're just going to get hit. We'll see if it can tank the damage. Yeah, like, it was painfully obvious playing this that this is a DS platformer. It feels that way. Yeah, so now we get a new upgraded weapon from our little buddy. I don't know the name of any other character in this game, but it's a charge shot. I believe your charge shot is big enough to actually take all these out. Also, the shot button is different in the two time periods. I believe it's Y and B, which no, it's Y and A, which if you're holding a GameCube controller does make sense. I guess on an Xbox controller it would also make sense now that I think about it. It's Y to shoot in the present, A in the past, and then B is jump. Lydian also getting the charge shot. But this charge shot does do more damage to enemies, as it probably should. A little big mouth at the end that's signaling that you're at the end of an area. So now we're into area 2 for Dragos. Lydian has been making time after an early game over. But this is definitely a game that kind of splits your focus a lot, especially when dealing with enemies. Because Lydian is already back on this boss. And yes, we can slide, by the way. Because this game wouldn't be complete without that. game's definitely going to train you to be looking on both screens for enemies and trying to deal with them both at the same time. I think that's one thing that's going to separate like average players from really good players in this game. Luckily, a death there. Not a big deal for Dragon's Claw, just had to walk all the way back. So now, of course, it's auto-scroller time.
Nothing like an auto scroll where you need to pay attention to two screens at once.
Yeah, that's the thing that I really liked about this game. Any kind of game that that requires a lot of attention is always the kind of game for me. I actually do remember the segment being quite difficult, just because there's a lot to it. Lydia is right behind, almost about to enter zone 2. I can see Drakus is definitely getting the hang of shooting on two screens. There's another checkpoint. That's a big one to get. Pliny is on the auto-scroller now. Energy up pickup's always something glad to see. That is in the pace bin. It does say small pink and blue lights are energy up and life ups, because they correspond to the colors on your UI. Yeah, it's really a very slow, methodical platformer, which is not the kind that we typically see in Mystery Tournament, just because they're either like really bad or they're like Prince of Persia legs. I love the little sandblast at the end. I thought that was so funny. Liddy is not too far behind on this auto-scroller.
Just got to the checkpoint, so he's one section behind.
Yeah, Palladium has definitely actually been making up a lot of time. Now you gotta pay attention to these stage hazards on both sides of the screen. This is another segment I actually remember being a little tricky. Having to go down right here. Your gun is not so good at hitting these. And then there's also these falling boulders, and then I don't even know what to call those on the top screen, but they will also hit you. Luckily, you do keep stage progress, which includes enemies that you've killed. Also includes like hazards like that. Now there's Big Boulder. But you gotta constantly being paying attention to top screen as well. But luckily, Dragus did clear out a lot of the little crystals. If it's smart, we'll keep a charge shot, which should be able to one-hit kill these. But Dragus still has like quite a bit of level here to go. Can't really afford to get hit or drop off the platform because he only had 1 life left. That's going to be going back to the beginning of the zone. Luckily past the auto-scroller.
Yeah, Palladium game over at the auto-scroller, so has to do this very slow part again. Painful. Man, Dragus barely made it through that. Just like skimmed the back of the boulder with the hairs on the back of his neck. Our character's name is actually Neck. I jumped clean over that electric guy. That was a Dragus is making some pretty brave jumps to that platform. And now we're gonna get the other main mechanic of the game. You can stop in one time and proceed in the other. It's going to be major puzzle solving. I say that with like a grain of salt because the puzzles are very, very light. But this is how you're going to be doing a lot of the puzzles in the game.
Solving puzzles in this game is very similar to solving puzzles in Toki, the last game we had. You just, if you have any difficulty, you just stop time and everything solves itself. Yeah.
So now Dragus needs to stop the pass, take present self, and go and move the block so that fast self is high enough. Luckily, you don't die if you spawn inside of a block or anything. So in this case, I'm pretty sure Dragus needs to actually stop time to let one part of himself through, and then it will teleport his other self. Oh, but instead of moving through, actually reset the time. Putting us through auto-scroller land is going to be on falling boulder land.
Oh no, Dragus thought that that wasn't the right answer. The top ones never go away. They're never cycled in a way that you can actually. Well, you can make it. I don't think you have enough time right there though. Had the right solution before, but just didn't recognize it. Hopefully gets it this time. No, just keeps resetting time instead. You can just go. There. No, don't reset time. Just go. Oh, Dragus did it. Okay, no. Yeah, you have to get through here. Okay, yeah, I had it wrong then. No, no, I did have it right. You're supposed to go into the bottom time and then block it off. Yeah, you're supposed to pause time, go into the bottom one, and have it block off. Oh, but the top block isn't even there anymore.
It isn't blocking anything, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't even remember this part of the game, actually. I think kind of broke the puzzle by breaking one of the blocks. See, if I see something like this in a game that has puzzles where, like, I broke one of the parts of the puzzle, I'm just gonna assume that I broke the puzzle, I'm gonna, like, find a way to die. Lineage is being interrupted by their neighbor, by the way. Uh, Probably has happened before in an MT race, but not commonly. Yeah, I think Dragus just this is the point where like something needs to click with you. Like you probably broke the puzzle because you broke a part of it. I sure hope the block there is still on the top. I didn't really die here, so I don't know. Oh, it's not. Block is also not. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to block the lava. Damn, remember when we were gonna put this game in top 8?
I mean, the top 8 players will just figure out this puzzle in 5 seconds.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really try breaking any of the puzzles.
I mean, it really looks like the solution is just to block this lava with this bottom block, so I don't see anything else it could be. Drago's taking intentional game over to see if the puzzle unbreaks itself. Yeah, let's see how it works on Palladian's side.
Yeah, see you both blocks.
Oh, yeah, it was completely broken then.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Did the makers of the game just assume you couldn't go through the top portion and then the game just breaks if you successfully do
I
that?
don't even know how Dragons broke the block. Like, I don't understand. It's now our split system. And we have Rising Lava Floor. Because it would be a platformer without this. Use pass self, put yourself up here. Shoot thing down. Which drops block. Again, real intense puzzle solving in this game.
Wow.
Don't go back, Validian. There's nothing here. You just went here. Oh my god, no. There's obviously. Well, I guess this is life up. Yeah. Okay. Good. I thought I was just going there for no reason. Here we are on to 2-4. The goal is beat Area 3, which is probably going to be pretty long at this rate. But this is a boss fight. We have a few of these. I don't remember anything about them. I don't remember anything about this game in general, so... This is like an enigma when I tested this. I think it was one of the first games that I tested for 16. Let me just see. I have all the dates I tested every game that I played. February 15th, 2021. So it was the first game I tested. Oh no, it was the second game that I tested. did think this boss was kind of cute, go with the falling platforms.
I think it takes a bit too many hits considering you do the same thing the whole fight.
That's like the running theme of this game. Gragas is at least on the boss now. Oh no, it's not Mega Manning, it's not Charge Bustering. So on Palladian screen, this is not merely something that you can kill. So what do you do when you're stuck in this game? You stop time. And you push. Not a box this time. But it explodes and it kills the thing.
Sure.
If you're real cheeky on these segments and really fast, you can skip some cycles here. I do remember doing that. The slide is also like so weird in this game. It's like such a strange mechanic. You kind of like accelerate. It's like the slide in Dogarai, but only when you're on ice. Game is such a strange enigma. It really loves putting these like just long hallways where you just do the same thing. I thought the game was kind of interesting, at least.
It's definitely a novel concept.
Yeah, that whole thing was for a life up for Palladian, which is an absolutely invaluable item because dying is so punishing in this game. Oh no, Palladium, what do we do when we're stuck?
Exactly.
Aren't the puzzles in this game just so incredible?
Oh no, stepped into the spikes anyway.
It's big. You don't want to. You definitely don't want to die in this game like ever. So push top block because collision is inclusive. It's not on there enough. Okay, I've never seen that happen in this game.
There we go.
I didn't expect that. A little tip, you can just hold right on these things and skip all these little cycles.
And Dragos is on the same section that Palladium was, so.
Yeah, Draga's definitely making up the time. It's kind of a tricky timing section for Palladium. I'm gonna time top and bottom platform cycles.
Ouch.
Dragus does the same thing. You know, that's cute to see. I didn't do that, so. Yeah, Dragosine, you just kind of hold right click. Palladium still doesn't know how to press the A button. See, cycles are timed out right for Dragus because it just didn't stop.
Palladium just got destroyed. He pushed right and then he got hit, then he pushed left and he got hit, then it kept happening until game over. It's tragic.
Yeah, the game over was real brutal. Dragus, what do we do in this game when we're stuck? Yeah, I don't believe that works. I think you can drop the pass self on the platform. Or I guess you could push the switch and then swap and then jump. But I think it starts going down too fast. I think you actually need to stop time and put pass self on the switch and then run towards it. Because like you need to keep the switch pressed, and that's the only way to keep the switch pressed.
Yeah, best time self is useless other than just stepping on the switch, so you can't just leave him there with no penalty.
No, it does find that way to do it though.
Well,
Yeah, it still worked. Required a sweet mid-air time stop.
and now needs to leave pass self behind anyway.
Wants to get the life up. Appreciated.
Can't go and see the pattern that way.
Yeah, needs to go the long way.
Yeah, saw it one time, went back to go and input it, and then forgot it.
I would say that's bad play, but I did the same thing, so...
I can definitely understand doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't, but I can understand doing it.
Because you're in a race, you want to go fast, and then you just see
White,
the
green,
pattern
red.
go back.
It's Christmas. It's the Christmas colors. And now we have our way through. Now we can walk because we have both halves.
That's a zone
See, I don't
clear.
remember how many zones this has, but Draga's now taking like a sizable chunk of Palladians, has a sizable chunk of a lead now. I don't actually remember how many zones this was.
Everyone had 3 and every 2 had 4, so there can't be too many left.
Yeah, for some reason I remember it being 3 and then 4 was the boss fight.
This puzzle is a bit tricky.
Yeah, this was like the first one where I was like, I really kind of had to like stop and think of it.
You need to use your present self to scout to see which traps are real, and then you can go with your past self with that knowledge.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of a cute little puzzle. It's kind of the same thing up top. Oh
Yeah.
no, Dragus, you can't just walk right into it. You already knew it was there. See, this is the memory game.
Dragos is going with the brute force it and remember it approach, which is valid as well.
Jump. Okay, through that.
One last section because you have to do everything in this game too many times.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, you can't just walk into that, Dragus. We'll see if Palladian knows how to puzzle this a little faster. Dragus at least has mastered the art of pressing A, unlike Palladian. Real runaway guys moment right there. Most difficult part of the whole game is pressing A.
What does A do?
That's how you continue on the continue screen. Every single time Palladian has pressed B. And it instead goes to load the save.
Oh no.
Oh no, that one's go high. This one's also go high. This one's also go high. Yeah, if nothing else, it is worth it to stop time again just to see, just because, like, last thing you want to do here is die. Oh no, I jumped too early. Low, low, this one's high.
Alright.
It's like playing an anime fighter. You can also do it in chunks, you don't have to do the entire thing in one segment. Okay, that would work though, except the players bound their own buttons. So, like, they probably bound A to A. Yeah, Dragon's just losing a lot of time to taking careless damage right here. That's high, high. This is wait and slide. That's low. And low. See, just taking the time again to check. It's better than dying, especially when you're at 1 life like this, and this is low. Tight little platforming segment. Good thing you got that first try though. That's a little fun one. Game suddenly remembers, wait, I'm a platformer. Okay, just put all these falling blocks. Yeah, this is the last segment of this area, I think, and then it's the boss for 4. Back here is a life up? Yeah, you can see it. This is actually when I found out about the life ups, because I think this is the first one that I got on purpose. You can't actually reach it, you need the block, because, you know, why not? You needed the block anyway, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, what do you do? Don't just pass up the life up.
Does it do anything if you already have 3 lives?
Yeah, you know, I just thought about that, and I don't actually know. Seems like, hope you like pushing blocks. Go over the top of a big, giant electric field. Games are so weird. It's not even like what I said before, like the premise is something weird. Like, no, this is a believable premise. Oh, so at that point you need to stop time and bring the block around, I think. No, because you can't get off the ledge.
Maybe we can bring the block on with past self and then switch to present self to carry the block the rest of the way?
I don't think you can... Oh yeah, you know what? I'm pretty sure that'll work. I would assume they would bind the buttons to whatever they're comfortable with, which means that if they use Xbox, they're using the bottom button to confirm, and it's still that. Yeah, so now you push with present self.
It's like Chronotron. That was in Gamesgiving Finals. That's a time paradox. Oh, no, actually, no, that's not a time paradox, because top is the present self. Health up does not do anything. Yeah, so now we have scales. Another very normal game mechanic. Has to reset now, back to the start, because you kind of screwed up. But you got to scale your way so you can break those blocks. I think Dragus, yeah, Dragus says this out correctly, but is shooting on the wrong time now. You gotta jump and leave your guy there, so that when you teleport. Oh my god, Palladian learned how to press A finally. He's also on to Area 3, Zone 2, but is basically an entire zone behind now. Well, and hello TMR viewers, thank you for the raid. We were playing Chronos Twins DX. We wear MP Race. Okay, yeah, I'll be honest, I don't remember how to solve this segment. I think this is the last of the things that you need to break.
Segment's a bit annoying, you just break a bunch of blocks in a bunch of places.
This game is just so weird, like, I don't know, there's just something about it. It almost has, like, Jolly Game energy.
Jolly Game?
Yeah, like, it's just strange. Oh no, you didn't move, that's not enough, Dragus. Like, that's very clearly not enough. Yeah, like, it's almost Jolly Game, like, okay, yeah, Dragus testing this out correctly now. Bring the scale all the way to the bottom. Thing didn't actually jump quickly enough there. Yeah, like, it's Jolly, because, like, they just make you do, like, the most inane stuff for, like, no reason.
Palladian didn't understand the puzzle, is just brute forcing. Did reach the third floor.
Interesting.
So it's working out so far.
Very execution heavy way to do it. I think it's maybe just gonna waste a lot of lives doing that. See if Dragus gets it this time. I think it might have been an execution error last time.
game does actually require some tight jumps in some parts. Taking another game over. Just is not trying. Maybe he doesn't notice that it's giving you the solutions. I don't know. You can't just shoot that, Dragus. Game's screaming at you to go all the way up top. I believe if you want to make it really safe, you could actually just do the scale thing twice. Yeah, like that's clearly not. I think you can just do the scale thing twice. Because you can... Oh no! Oh, you have to pause the right self if you do it. Because it's not a platform on the bottom one. Palladian just kind of still running through the segment. Dragus struggles with scales. Yeah, I think as long as you pause the right self, you can just do this twice. Oh no, Dragus could have still saved it because there were platforms.
So at least trying to go to the right place, which is a good sign.
Yeah, it's still gonna try out this jump. Palladian taking another game over. I think maybe you are intended to do the scales twice. Because like Dragus is beginning really good jumps here and it's not working, so like something you're doing is not working.
FFAO, are you up for another one after this one as well?
Should be, yeah.
Cool. Because after this, we've got another race coming up with Worms Blast there, waiting for the restream. So, we're watching this. Let's see.
I hope Dragus notices. You gotta do the scales twice.
What the heck have we been doing?
Notice there's a platform that leads you up here, but only in one time period. Oh no, Dragus, please.
I don't know, man. These scales look like nightmares. I've been watching kind of, sort of, and I don't understand. I don't understand.
You just do both. You freeze present, you push down the left scale to get on the right one, and you freeze past, and use present to go back up and push the right scale. It's like the first like actual puzzle in this game.
And I believe you said they're one stage away from the boss fight?
I think so. I'm pretty sure Zone 4 right here is the boss.
Well, if he's just so close. We're only a half an hour away from a mod call, 27 minutes away from a mod call. Getting dangerously close.
Like, Dragus is... I think the door to the boss is right after this area.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Right after the scales, but just been stuck here for a long time.
Was not expecting this game to have like a real puzzle.
How has MFH
Christ.
been doing today, by the way? I've been super asleep for days. Oh, God.
We had a lot of old platformers today. Then a couple of TPC subs.
That checks out.
Oh,
This is why
pretty sure it was exactly one. Except this one.
This is
That's
why we
true.
had to try to stop TPC from being a tester for so long. It's just the flood of TPC subs. We knew were coming. We couldn't stop it. We didn't stop it in time.
Which is funny, because I didn't even submit that many this time.
Yep. Couldn't stop it.
Well, Palladium gets his own 3.
Can Palladium
Yeah, that's
figure
pretty
out
big.
the scales faster than...
Yeah, gonna get scaled twice.
I love how useless the weight on crushing these boxes is. This is a very WiiWare moment right here.
It's very clear that this is a DS platformer.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
the-
it kind
the
of
game
is.
just makes it painfully obvious at all time. Okay, I don't even know what Dragus is doing anymore. Just like dancing around now.
I don't think Dragus knows what Dragus is doing.
You see Palladium through the first obstacle. It has to go retrieve your box. This
Actually,
is when
look
the
at
game
that
suddenly remembered.
instantly resolves the box.
Yeah, it gets
This-
this.
This might be where Palladium has a chance here, is if there's more puzzles here and Palladium can figure out the puzzles.
Yeah, the game finally remembered, wait a second, I'm a puzzle platformer. Now see, Dragus went with past self over to the right here, and there's no platform. I'm hoping to actually notice, wait a second, it's only in the present. Because that was kind of my clue that, like, you might need to, like, swap time zones here. I love how the bottom platform is, like, a pixel shorter in the past.
Yeah, you're just sitting
It's
there
just- it's
floating
so
above
random.
them, just slightly nothing.
Palladium onto scale zone. Because, like, even as Dragus has shown, even if you get up there, like, as soon as you swap, like, you just don't have enough time. If you also have to, like, land on it and move.
Oh yeah, see, TPC swapped time zones, so that's why TPC solved the puzzle, no problem. Duh.
Yeah. Especially when I tested this, like, over a year ago.
Yeah. TPC, how does it feel to be a grown-up adult away from the family, living your own life?
I was always the grown-up adult in the family. Oh, Dragus!
Dragus does it!
Dragus makes it fast. I didn't even notice that they did the scales twice. Maybe just barely eked out the jump.
There's progress? Actual factual progress? Progress of the tangible
You're at the door.
variety?
I didn't have the dashboard open.
It's okay. I hit good play instead. You know, this is a great bingo game for manipulate time. Because you time travel after defeating the first boss.
the quote-unquote boss, the boss that you lose to.
The classic.
It still has a bit of platforming before. I remember this section now. I was sure it was going to end after the scales when I tested this, and then it kept on going for a bit.
And then, of course, it's this game, so it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, just gotta keep going. You can't have just one big puzzle and then call it a day. You gotta have your WiiWare nonsense. This game screams WiiWare, like it absolutely does. Just the look of it, the feeling of it, the way that the puzzles are laid out.
Oh, is there Zone 4? I don't actually remember. Remember when we were gonna put this game in top 8? Man, that was a time.
Stop it. That would be done in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I can believe it. Oh, surprise boss time.
Here we go. Can Dregus take the win here by beating this boss? This dude looks like he takes an unreasonable amount. Actually, he's not too bad. Never mind.
Yeah, this this level doesn't show the right name. I think it's just a bug in the WiiWare version.
Oh, is it supposed to say like Zone 4 or Area?
It's supposed to say 3-4, yeah.
Oh, it does say Area 7-1 or 1-1.
Yeah, I think it's a 1-1. I don't know why. Yeah, if you die, it just like it doesn't show the zone correctly for whatever reason. I actually didn't know about that until I saw a video of somebody else playing it. And I saw that, I was like, man, that's really dumb.
Oh god, what's this Twelly dodging bullshit here?
Boss is dead?
Ah, but yeah, that's a boss dead. Reading the basement, gotta know when a dot done. It's when you fade to black after exiting the area.
That's it. That's a finish for Dragus Cloud.
Magnificently after soft-locking the game somehow in a way that no tester had ever seen before.
That was weird.
I have no idea what happened there.
I probably would have given a retime because of the weird soft lock, but we don't need to. Dragos won anyway.
Yeah, basically. Don't you love it as a moderator when somebody's got problems and then they still win pretty cleanly and it's just like, oh, cool. Don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
We do have another race that's currently waiting for us. So unfortunately, Palladian will not be able to finish up on us this time around. We do have Zerfall versus Nakarashi in the background, waiting for us to do the restream.
At least this is yet another game I feel good about my time. I know some people would have probably destroyed this game. It's a hard game. There's just a lot happening. But at least I can feel glad about my time, even though I was actually worse at games back then. I think testing gave me a power-up.
Testing gives you a bit of a power-up. Or makes you feel absolutely terrible. One of the two!
Feel bad when Alpha tests a game and then just destroys me. Yeah, my time was 49, which I thought was pretty okay. But I have no doubt that somebody like Alpha or Maurice could finish this like instantly.